Line Whisperer back for another week of some sports betting. First, we're going to do a quick recap of last week, which was my most prosperous college football Saturday yet. Small school Saturday turned out fantastic. We'll start out with our Louisiana Lafayette Raging Cajuns covering 23 points. It was 10-3 at half, scored 21 in the third, and that was that. The other one was Arkansas State. Arkansas State was down 21-3, 5 minutes in the game. That wasn't looking good. They came back to win by 7. Easy cover there. And then finally, Illinois, 20.5-point favorites over Rutgers. They were 10-10 at half, and then blew them out in the second half, 38-10. So, great weekend all around. And I ended up the night with Nevada, minus 3.5, and they won by 11. So, that was a great last Saturday, small school Saturday. Really enjoyed it. So, I think also why we did so well was Cookie was in the last video. So, all my picks this week, we're just going to show Cookie, and I'll narrate. And I don't think that's going to be our last small school Saturday because they didn't play during the week, I assume because of the World Series. But now they're playing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. All my small schools that I love, they don't play as much on the weekend. So, let's get to this weekend. And since small school Saturday went so well, another thing besides bringing Cookie into this that I'm going to do is we're going to label every weekend. And this weekend's going to be state school Saturday. All my suggestions that I'm about to follow up with here involve a state school. Mostly for, but some against. So let's see how we're going to win some money this weekend. So the Line Whisperer is back with the lucky charm here. Cookie. She did such a great job for me last week on Small School Saturday, giving me such nice winnings. That we're going to bring her back and focus on her all this week. So the first game that I really love this week is Illinois plus 14.5 over Michigan State. Michigan State stinks. They haven't beaten anybody by more than 10 points. In Illinois, I don't really understand this line. Illinois has beaten Wisconsin. They beat Purdue on the road, and they smothered Rutgers. How can Michigan State be favored by 14? Granted, it's in Michigan State, but let's go. The first one, the big days, big plays, bet of the week, is Illinois getting so Cookie moved to the floor, so I got to go to the floor cam so we can watch her. The next two picks I like are the bonus. And we're going to start with Baylor minus 2.5. They've been playing really strong lately. They're playing TCU. Granted, they're on the road. I think Baylor can easily win this game by 3. They've been playing well lately. If this line goes to 3, I would not bet it, but right now it's minus 2.5. And I'm liking Baylor. I like their coach from Temple. He's been doing a good job. So I think they can keep that undefeated streak going. And then the second bonus pick I like is Iowa. Plus 8.5. Another Big Ten game I don't understand. Wisconsin is not that good. They're okay, but they started off the season strong, but they haven't played well lately. Don't understand why they're favored by this much over a decent Iowa team. This isn't a slop team. Wisconsin will probably win, but they're not going to win by more than 2 scores. 2 possessions anyway. So we like Iowa here, and we're going to go with Matt Rule minus 2.5 with Baylor. And let's see who else we like today. All right, back here with the Line Whisperer, and we talked about the 3 games that we really love. Now I got a couple more. Quick side note, it's getting into November. We only really have like 2 more solid Saturdays of this college football. It's almost over. As quick as it came, it's going that quickly. It's so sad. So that means we're going to keep betting on more teams. We can't just narrow it down to 1 or 2. There'll be plenty of time for that later when it comes to the conference championships and the NFL later in December. But for now, there's 3 more games that I like. First one's Oregon State. I took them last week as well. They're plus 10 against Washington. I like Oregon State. They've been playing well lately. Washington's a good team, but this game's on the road. It's Friday night. I think Oregon State, the Beeve, can hang in there. They might even be down 14. They can hope for a backdoor cover at the end. But the first one I like on the boundaries here is I like Oregon State Beavers. Second game I like is Kansas State plus 7 over Texas. Texas had trouble with Kansas. And then Texas lost to TCU. Texas is just an okay team. Kansas State is solid. I don't see Texas win this game by more than 7. At best, they win by 7. Most likely it'll be less than that. It'll come down to the very end. So I like Kansas State plus 7. And then final, the big game for the night that I like is Clemson minus 32 against a horrible NC State team. Clemson's been blowing all these horrible ACC teams out. I love it even more that they didn't make the top 4. So they're going to be pissed. They know the loser of LSU Alabama might slide. If that game's close, Clemson really has to pour it on to show they got to score at least 59 points. I see another 59-10 game here for Clemson that is just going to wipe the field with NC State. So they're the 3 games that I like. Oregon State plus 10. We'll call it State School Saturday. Oregon State plus 10. K-State plus 7. But then we'll go with the heavy favorite Clemson minus 32 over NC State. So let's win some money. And I do have to give some input into this LSU-Alabama game. I'll put a little bit on this, not too much. This line to me, even with Tua playing, plus 6, I got to go with LSU. As long as this is under 7, this is an LSU line to me. I do like rooting for LSU. I'm a fan of the Tigers. It's time for some fresh blood. They played a much tougher schedule than Alabama ever had. So I think, even though it's in Alabama, I think LSU can hang in there. As long as in that first quarter they can handle the onslaught. If this game is tied at half, I think LSU has a great shot to win. And so this line's telling me LSU's going to keep it close and hopefully cover. And I would even give a shot for the money line to the outright win. So I'll just throw in LSU plus 6.5 as well.